Hello, friends, and welcome back to Wanderlust Gaming. So today I want to talk about both the launch of the Switch 2 and Sony's State of Play. I think they both show some potential, I guess, in the gaming community. I'm not a big fan of neither of them, even though I was leaning more towards Sony. But they just like screwed up completely this generation, in my opinion, with the PlayStation 5. And I didn't see that many games that I really found interesting yesterday during the show. Honestly, the only one that I really like, it looks really good, was 007, Silent Hill 2, the Capcom game where the guy has like a little girl on his back. That those two games, I mean, three games look interesting. But I didn't see anything like mind blowing. People were like going crazy after the Final Fantasy Tactics remake or remaster, whatever. And it's like such an old game and it still looks the same. And I don't think they just updated their voice acting and the graphics slightly. It doesn't like it doesn't for me. It doesn't do it, guys. I'm sorry. Uh, and also the Nintendo Switch 2, a lot of people were complaining that, it comes with a below average display, disappointing HDR support, and people are just, they, I don't know, I guess their expectations were higher than what the product really delivered. But this is Nintendo. People should have been aware of that. Also, I looked at the games of the Switch launch, and honestly, it's just like straight up trash because all those games you can play much better, in my opinion, on the Steam Deck. For example, Fantasy Life, Cyberpunk 2077. They have other games here, Shadow Generations, but it's like it's a really poor launch when you compare it to the Switch launch. The Switch launch with at least Breath of the Wild, which was an amazing game, and the Switch 2 launch with the only main really awesome exclusive is the Mario Kart World, which people are saying it's not that great of a game because it's mostly empty world. I think they just kind of rushed it like they always do. Because when you take a game like, for example, Mario Kart World and you compare it to Forza, they're both similar in terms of like they have like a massive world, and I think Forza has more things going on, and Forza 5 has more things going on that you can do in the free open world besides the races. So even though Mario Kart does have a lot of tracks and races and like the open world and everything, but like when you take a game like Forza 5, for example, I think it lacks in comparison, and that's what I've seen the comments of people. So it's a really poor launch, and in my opinion, I'm not like amazed by it. It's just like the state of the gaming industry right now is horrible. So it's like, for example, for a seasoned gamer like myself, I think you have to be very careful where you spend your money on. And I'm really happy I'm sticking with Steam because the Steam has been really good. You can play online for free. There's no like shenanigans going on the like Nintendo or Sony with their paid subscriptions, and you can enjoy like the best of both worlds. Maybe you cannot play like Zelda games. I mean, you can kind of play Zelda games, if you know what I mean. Officially, no, but you can play them. And it's just I think SteamOS is probably the future for myself and many others. So that's the video I wanted to make for today, guys. I hope you guys are still in, even though for those that did buy a Switch 2, I hope you are enjoying it. I hope they do announce more games because it's embarrassing the amount of games that they have for the system, in my opinion. And if you're like a Sony fan, I just think you guys have some games to look forward to. But honestly, I would be very disappointed if I was only like a Nintendo fan or a Sony fan. So that's the video for today, guys. Bye bye.